Hey, what is up, guys? Flex Media here, bringing you yet another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So, in case you guys missed my summons, your boy was fairly lucky. So I was able to pull this Goku, spoiler alert, plus a dupe. We all kind of know the card. He's the Reps Universe 7 and Universal Survival Saga category leader. He's greatly raising his attack every time he supers. His passive gets a little bit confusing, but we can kind of go over it real quick. You got a little glimpse of it there. But so he's going to get attack and defense plus 59% at the beginning of the turn, just in general, like when he starts the battle. He's going to then build up an additional plus 59%. Each time he gets hit, it's going to be plus 10% to each. So up to 59%. Hopefully I conveyed that correctly. So every time he gets hit, basically he's going to get 10% attack and defense, up to 59%. It needs to be noted that that's calculated separately. So it's not just 118% attack and defense. It actually equates out to about 150% defense, give or take. And then also, when he dips below 59% HP, no matter what, he's going to get, there's no way to really stall it. So even if it's mid-turn and you dip below 59% HP, he's going to get super effective against all types, and then an additional 59% attack. So this dude hits like an absolute monster truck. And all in keeping in mind, this whole time, he's greatly stacking his attack. So he's very, very good. I would say, I'm going to just go ahead and say, I would say his one weakness, you'll see it a little bit here, is obviously in these difficult events, you know, Super Battle Road, Legendary Goku. He is, unless you're linking him with, like, let's say MVP 17, I think he's going to struggle a little bit with defense, but it's not crazy. So mine has one dupe. When he's linked up with his among his best linking partners, he's sitting at about 100k, maybe a little over 100k defense. But that's when he's fully built up, right? So off the bat, he's not going to be, absolutely insane turn one. There's Jiren getting his stunning ability, by the way. That proved to come in, quite handy on this first stage. Jiren's still very good, but onto the Goku still. I could honestly talk about this whole video. I could talk about this Goku, and we will, periodically. But you're going to see him, in Super Battle Road, unsupported. He's going to approach a 4 million attack stat. At some point in this video, I'll go ahead and point it out. I think it's like 3.7 something million. He's just insane, guys. So if you get him 1 or 2 stacks of his attack, it's just crazy. So like, again, turn 1, he's not going to be spectacular. However, turn 2, turn 3, yeah, he's going to be quite spectacular. So anyway, I believe so. We have one of these units floating, and then we have one linked up with maybe, I forget who I linked him up with. So you could see his defense right there. Not too bad. Linked up with on the same rotation as 17. But so we have one on rotation. I forget his linking partner right now. And then we have one floating, and they both prove to be pretty good. So the rest of the team, it's a pretty standard, Reps Universe 7. It's almost kind of like a pseudo Realm of Gods team, except we have 17 on there, right? So, and there's Frieza, Goku and Frieza at 4.6 million. Just insane, right? Insane. If you get one support unit on their rotation, like if you have God Topo on their rotation, they hit, they're going to get up to in the 6 millions. It's crazy how hard they hit. As I've mentioned in other videos, every time I use them, I just am in awe of their power. So I believe, yeah, we must keep him linked up with Evolution Blue Vegeta, who is a very good linking partner. So they share, Tournament of Power, for key +3. All of these units are going to share the Tournament of Power link. They all practically auto super. You know, between, you know, MVP 17, I think he gives key. I think what does he give? 2 key, along with his defense, of course. But yeah, they basically all auto super with that TOP link. And then also keeping in mind that Goku has over in a flash, so he's gonna do great linked up with like Tech Vegito Blue. If you decide you want to run like him on the Realm of Gods team, I can run him on more stages of Super Battle Road if you guys want. So you guys, I did just run a Universal Survival Saga SBR run with Bergamo, but this Goku was on the team. So we did run him on the Universal Survival Saga. Obviously very good on that stage. So anyway, this is one of the best tandems in the whole entire game. This MVP 17, LR Goku and Frieza, this combo right here. You have Android 17 lowering the enemy's attack, and if you attack that same enemy, basically Goku Frieza, they one-shot the opponent. So they're gonna hit for, again, that like 4.6 million attack stat. Yeah, okay, yeah, 4.8. So still super good. But kind of going over the rest of the team. So I was talking a little bit about 17. Let's kind of start there. So 17, providing key, providing defense to the rotation. In addition, he lowers the enemy's attack, which is very, very helpful in Super Battle Road. He actually lowers attack and defense on super attacks. Again, making them just one of the best combos with that LR Goku Frieza. So LR Goku and Frieza, basically how they work is they get a massive attack buff when the enemy's attack is lowered, and they get a massive attack buff when they get their 18 key super. So every unit, most units, I believe they get, what, a 30% power increase on their 18 key super? I think so. No, actually, maybe it's a little higher. I know 24 key is 200%. So when this Goku and Frieza, I'll just, you know, I'll just say this. So like when the Goku and Frieza, they get a 77% attack buff when they get their 18 key super, and they get an additional 77% attack buff when the enemy's attack is lowered in the down state. So, and again, those totals are calculated separately, so I think it becomes something like a 200 and some % increase. I'll have to double check, but I believe it's over 200%. So that's kind of how their card works, and then obviously they're an LR. Mine has 1 dupe, so, you know, very high stats as well, so they're going to always perform well in a stage like Super Battle Road. You know, one thing, I guess, like, we didn't even talk about Goku's Super Spirit Bomb. So that thing, it's one of the, it's the only situation in which we've seen an ultimate attack. So a card that can do an ultimate attack active skill that can also greatly stack his attacks. So you could use, so let's just say like in the Legendary Goku event, you could use, you could stack his attack all the way for the whole entire event, not use his Spirit Bomb, and then on Int UI Goku, you could use his Spirit Bomb, which Int UI Goku cannot dodge, and you can do ultimate damage, and probably you'll one-shot him, or you'll get close to one-shotting him. You'll do something like 20 million damage or something insane. I actually have not taken him into the Legendary Goku. Surprisingly, I know, but like I have not taken him in there yet. So I've only seen it done, you know, on YouTube and such. But he can just hit just insane damage numbers. So his Spirit Bomb's really good. There's Frieza, Goku and Frieza again at 4.8 million. No big deal. Very casual 4.8. Okay, and then you have like a couple other units. So we saw Jiren earlier getting his stun. He has a 30% chance or a medium chance to stun the entire enemy field. Again, I've mentioned it before, but one of the most OP abilities in the entirety of Dokkan. It's so good, right? So he's basically a much better You know, so like Jocko and Chaozu, like we use them in the World Tournament, like they have that ability as well. So here's the Spirit Bomb. Let's go ahead and we're gonna watch the Spirit Bomb. I think I decided to take down. Who do we take down here? I think Kaba. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what I'm waiting for there. There we go. Must have just been really having to make up my mind. So it's really handy. So he's stacked up his attack a little bit. So this thing is going to hit very, very hard. So I do believe we one-shot him. It's very, very, you know, again, we all talked about it before the card even came out of how OP of an ability that is of him to not only do this ultimate attack after greatly stacking his attack, but then he also buffs the entire team like LRB Pan. It's just insane. He's meant for Super Battle Road, to be honest, when you can just one-shot opponents like that. So anyway, back to Jiren. So he's getting 130% attack and defense, has that chance to stun. Overall, just a very solid unit. I was able to rainbow him on this last group of summons. So, I mean, hey, I'll take it. See, there's Evolution Blue Vegeta for hitting he's hitting for 2.3 million. Holy shit. That's very, very high for him. Very high. And there it is. It was 3.8 million he just did. 3.8 million unsupported. Only attack and key links active, and obviously the leader skill. God, just I can't express to you how insane that is for just a normal TUR. LR Goku and Frieza is considered one of the hardest hitting units, one of the hardest hitting LRs in the entirety of Dokkan, in the entire game. And then Goku is only, granted it's a million, but he's only a million less than Goku and Frieza. And here we are, we have his Spirit Bomb yet again. So what we do here is something I don't ordinarily do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna target Goku Black here. Usually I try to take down Zamasu first, but we have this advantage of, number one, we have one of the hardest hitting games in Goku and Frieza, having type advantage. But this is about to hit for, this is super effective against all types. So I could have saved this for down the line, but I chose not to, because we also, keep in mind, we also have another Goku that can do this. So that's why I decided to do that. So Goku and Frieza right here, they're going to hit for something like 6 million, some kind of like 6 million attack stat or something insane. I mean, just... So full 24 key, I do believe we have to heal up here, unless we Ghost Usher. I forget what we did here. But items not really an issue on this stage. We did use a couple Icaruses, but, it obviously proved to be enough, right? I want you guys to see this. It's absolutely insane. So what I wanted to do here is spam the Spirit Bomb. So if we don't heal up to over 59%, we're going to get the Spirit Bomb on the very next turn. So might as well, right? So here's MVP 17 at a 1.9 million attack stat. Very, very good for him, considering he provides such utility. And there it is, guys. 6.25 on Super Battle Road with that massive attack buff from Goku. I cannot express how overpowered that Goku is, man. And then there he is himself, not even stacking his attack at all. He's at 2.2 million. Very, very good. So we barely had time to go over all the units. So there's UI Goku. We can go over him too. So he is just 100% attack and defense start a turn, and he greatly stacks his attack. He obviously gets that really cool transformation below 50% or below. He actually links up quite well with this Goku. Shares Godly Power, Fierce Battle, obviously Tournament of Power as well. So I do believe we take down Goku Black right here. So anyway, so UI Goku, he's good. However, I've been saying that Jiren and he are beginning to show their age just a little bit. They aren't quite as powerful as as they once were. So I think it's just indicative that we're getting a new UI Goku and new Jiren very soon. They're really pushing these Dragon Ball Super units as well, so I think that's just another reason to do that. So There we go. We take down. So what I did, I actually made a mistake right there, and I let off with UI Goku, and I did not mean it because I wanted, you know, the showcase is on the blue Goku. So I did restart only to get the Dokkan attack with the correct unit. Because you know what, guys, I'm not perfect, right? I've never claimed to be. So the only unit I believe we have not talked about is Evolution Blue Vegeta. So he stacks his defense every time he attacks, even with normal attacks. And on supers, he lowers the enemy's defense, which ordinarily is not the greatest ability, but for him, he gets all these additional normals. So he gets 2 guaranteed additional normals. So you want the opponent's defense to be lowered on normal attacks because they're not going to do as much, right? And then once he transforms when conditions are met, I believe it's like a 40% chance when HP is 80% or below, something like that. So he's really, really good, guys. Although I will say, I think the new Tech Vegeta, the nuker, I would dare say he's better than Evolution Blue Vegeta. It's close to me. You know, transformed Blue Vegeta, he stacks his crit. And again, just an overall very solid unit. But we're about to wrap this up here, I believe, right now, guys. We might have to go one more turn. I do forget. If we get the additional super attack and a crit, maybe we end it here. So, but once that Blue Vegeta transforms, man, he's, again, amongst the top in the entire game. So now we don't stand a chance of taking any damage here. Because why wouldn't we leave off 17 with, lead off, excuse me, 17 with type advantage. I'm pretty sure 17 is able to take him out right here. But you guys can see, like, I wanted to illustrate, so I decided to run the super class stage. With these new units and this, you know, this quote-unquote, this new power creep we're getting, these, even the stages 11 through 20 are getting quite easy. I mean, honestly, like, that was a very clean run, very, very easy. I probably used too many items, if we're being honest. But anyway, guys, that is the video. If you guys like Blue Goku, man, go leave a like, man, because he is one of the top TURs in the entire game. Subscribe if you're new. I'm bringing you content every single day. And I will catch you all in the next one. Later. Have a good one.